Hi everyone. So when I did my Olivia Wilde makeup look, I believe that was for Maxim. I'm not completely positive. I'll definitely look that up and annotate it on that video. However, I was looking at Marie Claire, and which is funny because I never look at Marie Claire, but something about the cover really struck me, and it was the makeup, and I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Olivia Wilde. Right after I did the first Olivia Wilde tutorial, I got so many requests to please do another one. Olivia Wilde wears a lot of different makeup looks. She's very much a chameleon, so it's really not hard at all to try to pick and render something, you know, different, because she has so many different looks. Also, this is our first sort of addition to Celebrity Sunday. I kind of want to pick a celebrity for every Sunday. I know a lot of you guys were giving me requests for specifics, and I didn't quite respond to them because I wasn't sure how I wanted to go about it. But what I'm going to actually be doing is setting up an email account so you guys can send me pictures, because a lot of them were very specific from videos that are a few years old and whatnot. And so I'll be setting up an email account, and what I'd like for you guys to do, and I'll provide a link to that email account on my videos for the Celebrity Sundays and stuff like that, and you can just click on that link, send me a photo of the look that you want, and I'll try to get them rendered. Requests will be on a first come, first serve basis. I think that's the most fair. And even though I do definitely love rendering celebrity looks, I think a lot of people would get bored if I did them all day, every day. So I definitely like to set aside a day a week to definitely make this a focus. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this look, and thanks so much for watching. So to get started, I'm just going to take a skin tone color. You can take any skin tone color you want. I'm just going to be taking a little bit of MAC's Orb, which is just this light peach color up here. And we're just going to pat into that color, and we're going to pat it all the way, all over our Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I'll just sort of conceal and neutralize the lid. So it'll look very smooth. I'm going to take a little bit of Mulled Cider by MAC. This came out with Warm and Cozy. It's just a soft matte brown. You can also take Buck or Naked from the Naked palette, or even just an inexpensive bronzer if you wanted to. And we're just going to go ahead with this angled brush, and we're going to close the lid. I'm just going to draw a little line. And just sort of fade it into the center. I'm going to take a little bit more Modellete on that same angled brush, and we're just going to draw a line at an angle. And then just at the very edges going inward, we're just going to smooth it out. Very gently. The only sharp line that I really should see is the outer corner, and then the rest should just kind of eventually become cohesive to the look. Now we're just going to want to get that color down, so we're just going to take more Mulled Cider, and we're just going to stamp that on with a shader brush. I'm just using the tips of it. And we're just pulling it in towards the center, just kind of softening it. And then when you're done sort of pushing the color on, you can take a blender and just sort of diffuse that out as much as possible right now. Okay, now for the center right here that we sort of left blank, we're not just gonna leave it like that. It's gonna get interesting. And we're just gonna sort of contour right about here very softly with a tapered blender. And we're just gonna go in circular motions to sort of get a very, very soft sort of inward contour, if you will. This sort of keeps the air, like the entire like front and back of the eye focused, so it's really kind of cool. And you're just gonna barely take it up underneath the brow bone. So what you're gonna wanna do is just go very lightly as you go to the brow bone. You can always add more, but it's hard to take it all away. Now for the brow bone, we're definitely gonna wanna blend that out. So we're just gonna take a little bit more orb and we're just going to stamp that. I typically prefer a stiffer brush for just sort of blending this out because it makes the crease less muddy. But since there's not a lot of color saturation going on right here in the crease anyways, it'll be just fine. Because I don't really like my crease to look like I didn't know what I was doing, so just really want to get that a little smoother. I'm going to take a little bit of Modellete eyeshadow, and this one also came out with Warm and Cozy. It's closer to Naked, the other one's close to Buck. So we're just going to take a little bit of that and then just blend it out so that it kind of drifts into the brow bone a little smoother. And then we're just going to fade in a little bit of that right about here. And then if you want to warm up this work right here, let's take a little bit of that. Now we're going to take a dupe of Max Blanc type, and we're just going to take a little bit of number 351 by Inglot. And we're just going to stamp that under the arch of the brow. Pull it back and down. I'm gonna just take a little bit of Inglot gel liner number 77 matte black, just a very smooth matte black. It's waterproof, so you do have to work quickly. I know I've shown how to work it before. I don't want to spend too much time on the eyeliner or the eyes for that matter. It's just a simple pinup look, but I'll just do a really quick kind of stroke just to kind of show you the speed you may want to work at. I'm not going to do much talking because it's going to move my finger. So I hope that helped show you the speed you can get it on. You do, like I said, you do have to work fast with these, so if you're not used to that, or gel liner, I definitely recommend Physicians Formula. Once you get used to something that's really creamy and you don't have to work as fast with, then I would definitely recommend picking up this. So now I just finished setting my black gel liner with a little bit of this matte black from the Wet n Wild Grade palette. Then I applied a little bit of a white eyeliner, MAC Fascinating Eye Kohl, to the waterline, and I set that with this creamy brulee dupe. And then I put a little bit of Raven Eye Kohl from MAC that came out with Lovelace on the lower lash line. I'm using everything that came out that week. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Mulled Cider and we're just going to set that And there you go. Put on some mascara. You could even do eyelashes. Now for the highlight, I'm going to take e.l.f.'s Shimmering Facial Whip, and we're going to use this in Spotlight. I was asked about a really nice dupe of the NARS Copacabana Illuminating serum. They have these sort of liquid highlighter, bronzer. It's just very creamy, very liquidy, almost like the Benefit High Beam, Moonbeam consistency, maybe a little thinner than that. And now they come in an array of colors. The original was Orgasm. I don't know if you remember when that came about, but this sort of reminds me of this, and this is a pretty okay dupe of Copacabana. I know it's not as pearly, but you're paying $1 for this and you're paying $30 for that one. So this of course won't be as iridescent, if you will, but it definitely goes on really nice and has a nice consistency. It's almost like a thicker version of MAC's Stroke Cream. So we're just gonna go ahead and put that on in the highlight zone. I've already applied my Collection 2000 Illuminating Light Touch Diffusing Concealer, and all over underneath the eye, around the brow arch, and then a little bit of MAC's Weekend Cream Bronzer. We're just getting ahead of ourselves in steps because I don't want to wear cream blush today. And we're just going to do the cream and then we'll do the powders last. So I'm just going to pat that on so you can get like the color just kind of stamped on. And I'd like to now I'm going to take my facial brush that I use for my foundation, and then I'll blend it in gorgeously. So I think it's really pretty and really glowy. Didn't want to spend too much time on the face today, but I know I was asked about providing a dupe for that Copacabana highlighter, and of course I'm sorry I'm duping out the Illuminating serum. I'm not duping out the Cabana stick, although I think the outcomes would be fairly similar because the properties are different. I can honestly say it would look different. I like that. That's a great way to get a really bright highlight without without it getting too nighttimey, if you will. It's like a good bright daylight highlight. I'm gonna take a little bit of Buff by MAC as blush. Now if you have anything like mocha, bronze, blush, anything, I know NYX makes several sort of bronzy colors. So we're just gonna take that and we're just gonna stroke that towards the back of the hairline. I'm not sure that nudie blushes are super in this season, but I just really like the way they look in the summertime. Now for the lip, it's just really soft and nude, and we're gonna take NYX Tea Rose Matte Lip Color. It's like a natural nude. So just like that. And then a little bit of MAC's Glamour for All. This came out with all ages, all races, all sexes, right after Lovelace and Warm and Cozy. And it was described when it came out as just being sort of like a strawberry milkshake color. It's really basic. Everything I took was so basic. You don't need any of the exact items I showed you. Just kind of using up and playing with some of the things I do have. And I hope that you enjoyed this look a lot. And thank you for watching.